Welcome everybody to Alive with Amanda. I'm Amanda Patterson and I am ready to jump right into our topic, which is how do I best prepare for 2020? So this is like a little scary because I can't believe that we're already thinking about 2020. I feel like I remember when 2019 started and now we're basically almost done with 2019 and we're going to be starting to prepare for 2020. And so what I love about sort of New Year's and the turning of the page is that it can give us a really fresh perspective on our private practices and where we're going with things. So I just want to talk about some ways that you can sort of prepare for 2020 and how you can make some decisions around your practice. So a couple things that you probably want to go ahead and do is take a look at your key performance indicators for 2019. You have 3 quarters, at least as of now, worth of data to show how your practice is producing, and you'll have pretty soon your 4th quarter key performance indicators. So if you don't already have key performance indicators for your practice, that might be something that you want to go ahead and look at. It can be a variety of different things, maybe how many phone calls you get, how many email inquiries that you get, how many clients that you book, what your total gross is every single month, what your gross per session is, what your retention rates are. So there's a bunch of different things that you can use to really see the health of your practice. So one thing I would recommend that you do is look at all of your key performance indicators for this year. So we do our key performance indicators every single month, and then I can take a look and compare like month to month. And then I know certain things like October was an amazing month, but when you look at October, it had 5 weeks. And so I also take those things into consideration, kind of maybe make notes like in September, we had like a fake hurricane that never came, but still impacted. And so that is something that I always also try to make notes. I can look for trends and maybe understand why some months we had a higher gross or we had a lower gross, or, maybe what impacted phone calls, so you can start making decisions around that. Then I would take a look at your business plan. Are you on track to meet your short-term and long-term objectives? Are you hitting the numbers that you wanted to hit? Is your business plan current, and is it applicable to what is going on in your practice? So if you're a solopreneur and you have hit all of those goals, maybe it's time for you to change over your business plan and think about a group practice, or think about raising your rates, or thinking about changing some of the marketing that you do. And so I think we need to take a look at our business plan and see if this is going to be applicable for 2020. And if it's not, I would highly recommend that you take time, maybe over the break when things are a little slower, you have just some space to do that, to take a look at your business plan. And so I want to tell this story about what I did last year. I still remember I took some time actually with my husband, who is the co-owner of our practice, and we set like a full day to review where things were at in our practice. We knew sort of like intuitively, because we're both therapists, right? And so we knew like there were changes coming, but we didn't really know what those changes were going to look like or what needed to happen, but we knew something needed to shift. And so we sat down and we talked about the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats with our practice, and where things were at and where they could potentially go. And we realized that one of the biggest problems that we had is we didn't have enough space. We were getting a lot of calls and we needed more space. But that, I don't know, for those of you who have been there before, that can be a very scary place to be, because now you're thinking about finding a place, you're thinking about putting deposits down, being responsible for a larger space, and, making sure you have referrals. And so I work the numbers. I'm a numbers person. If any of you have worked with me like consulting, know I'm a numbers person. I am going to, ask numbers first and foremost. Why? Because I think that drives a lot of things. And we put down a number that we needed to hit in order to make a larger space sustainable. And so after that meeting, I had a business plan ready to go for a group practice. We knew how many office spaces we needed. We knew how many people we needed. We knew how much gross we needed to break even, right? That's not the goal. Believe me, I'm here to tell you all that's not the goal. But for my own safety and peace of mind, I wanted to make sure that we would break even. And so I ended up, as most of you know who have been on this journey with me, we went into a larger space and we hit that goal. I don't think it was exactly the first month, but I think by the second month we had hit that goal, and it hasn't been under that since then. And so I attribute that meeting that we did, where we blocked off a whole day in order to really review what was going on with the practice. And so you don't necessarily need to block off a whole day, but I think you need to block off some time to really take a look at where your practice is at. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, TherapyNotes. Thank you, TherapyNotes, for being a part of my journey. We use them for our electronic health record for my group practice, and I can't recommend them enough. It makes it so easy for me to track what my independent contractors are doing. I can see all of their billing on one page. I can make sure their notes are done. One thing that I love is that they make sure that in order to do additional notes, you have to have a treatment plan, which is so important. A lot of practices maybe don't do treatment plans or don't know the importance of a treatment plan, but I think even for a private pay practice, having a treatment plan is really important because it guides treatment. And so that's one feature that I really love. I don't really talk about that as much on here. I talk about like the reminders and the billing, but there are some really cool functions that they have for you to make sure that all the paperwork is done. So be sure to check out TherapyNotes. So going back to what you can do, you definitely want to take a look at your key performance indicators. You want to take a look at your business plan, and then you want to take a look at some opportunities that you have. Maybe there's a training coming up this year. Maybe you need to hire a virtual assistant. Maybe you need to bring a full-time person in-house to answer your phones. There's a lot of things that are going to be some opportunities for you, and I want you to take a look at those and how to best maximize those. Maybe plan out your year. Take a look at when you want to take trainings. What are the best times for your practice? Maybe you want to do trainings to improve your clinical skills, or you want to go to some of these really cool private practice building workshops that are coming up. And so I think it's really a great time to do this so you can start off fresh in 2020. So I wish you the best of luck in planning your practice. So thank you, everybody. If you have any questions about business planning, how to look at key performance indicators, please send me an email. It's amanda@amandapattersonlmhc.com, and I am happy to answer any questions for you. And I look forward to seeing you every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Take care, everybody. Bye.